So what do you want to know? Just how it's been? It's been quite the up and down process for me. I don't know. What specifically do you want to know?
The experience with the students, about your Spanish, has it been successful?
My Spanish has quickly taken hold, as I've learned a lot in a couple months, because I've learned that my students need me often to try to explain in Spanish before they understand what I said in English. So Christina luckily can understand everything I say and help me translate, but yeah, my Spanish has improved a lot. As far as the students, it just depends, anywhere from really crazy to really good. We are implementing some new discipline rules, assigned seating, and they have to get up in front of the class to do the alphabet or something like that if they're bad. Because that's been one of the main issues, is keeping them calm during class. I'm sure all of you know that. So, and then just getting continual lesson plans that connect to each other and that makes sense, going from maybe personal questions to discussing family to discussing your hometown. So we're still figuring it all out, but so far so good.
How many classes do you have a week?
I think, what, 40?
How many days a week do you go to the school?
So I have 15 classes.
He goes every day.
I go every day.
Because he loves to go there. Yeah, because he doesn't have to go every day, but he loves to.
So I split every course that Gabriel has. I split that course with him. So I teach any class that he teaches, and we split the class so that I'll take one half for 45 minutes, and he'll take the other half, and then we switch after 45 minutes.
But all the English classes the students have a week? You are there?
Yes,
yeah,
that's
with
right.
our co-teacher. So any class that our co-teacher teaches, we teach as well.
That's correct.
25 hours.
So it's more than that,
25, 28?
But
how many hours do you have?
Yeah,
you
you
have
have
30, but the students don't take into consideration that.
No, that's why we're asking.
Yes.
Because I have 44 hours.
Well, I have
So he can go just half of them.
Okay.
Okay, Christine.
Yeah.
I have 41 hours. And then hours I have
difference.
I have a difference.
Do you find it difficult to teach English? How is the student?
Well, Christina and I started off before the winter break. We were splitting, and I was teaching by myself, and she was teaching by herself, and I just was not able to. I didn't have the ability with my Spanish speaking and with not much knowledge of teaching. I didn't have the ability to control them and teach them something. It was maybe one or the other if I was lucky. So after the winter break, we have decided for all of August, we've been teaching together in the class, and I take over a lot of the speaking, but if I have disciplinary issues or can't explain in Spanish, she helps. And then we also plan together, so hopefully starting in September we can start splitting up again as we are supposed to. But right now it's working out better that we're together in class, even though it's a lot more.
Yeah, I have another teacher there at school. But he's already having a contract with a different system, and he also had these problems with the students. But he knows some Spanish, so he can handle it. But still, the problem, the main issue for you and for him was discipline.
Yeah.
No, and he's young, he's handsome.
Yeah.
He's a
And they're all my students.
And most of the students are girls. So you can imagine how can he save himself against all the enemies. So I am always with him.
Yeah.
Against the gender and
trying to defend him.
Yeah.
Protect him.
The protector.
We're figuring it out as we go, but I think it's been getting better. And they've actually been learning. Today
I
we were
think-
surprised. One class did the ABCs and explained them and it did them perfectly. So it was a class that hadn't been doing much before. So.
And they are very difficult because only girls there.
Yeah, 40 girls. Or
Yeah, 40 girls for him. Poor thing.
I'm trying to beat his poor thing.
No, all they shouting and all those things.
But
You may imagine.
it's interesting.
And the shopping, so the shopping are divided. You work with the
We try to do it splitting the class, but as Andrew said before, we decided to be together again for a month at least, and in order to try to split again. But well, we are going to see how if we can or not.
Because we implemented a lot of new rules that they respect her more than they do myself right now. So it's easier to have her in there telling them to sit in their new assigned seats every day. You know, listen, raise your hand if you have a question.
I am the witch.
Yeah, I'm the witch every time.
So with all the new ideas we're having, until those have settled in a little bit, we didn't want to just put me back by myself because it hadn't worked very well before. But I think it's going to work a lot better this time.
We are trying at least.
We're in the process. We started this week, but by means of activities, the students have to develop some activities, so we'll have a kind of selection of them according to the interest they have in learning the language and according to the skills, the speaking skills, how are they developed, and so I think next week we'll start with
So you will have 5. If we do that, you will have 5. That would be very easy for you.
I will have,
I think this is very important. I think what we are showing about the speech in class is very important, because it is very difficult to work with volunteers, and if it was difficult for part-time volunteers, we could find more difficult, and it is important what you are saying, because you are more or less the same, it's not because you say you are going to have 5 students, or 6, We were doing it by volunteers, those students who participate, as volunteers, it means that they want to learn,
But in my school that wouldn't work, because all of them are going to say meet because they want to be with Andrew, but because they are going to be looking at that thing, but not trying to learn English, and that's the thing. It's difficult.
Yeah, most of our kids are at a level that you can't really discern between they can converse or they can't or they can write. You know, they all need.
I think so. You could ask Ms. Patricia Araya, because she's helping us in this. There should be some strategies to have those students, because if we are going to have 2 groups in the class, it means that one group is just going to have conversations and things like that. No writing. Just listening and speaking. So
I guess I don't understand. You're having the students who volunteer in one group and students who don't in the other group?
But not exactly like that. What we did was we gave them an assignment. We didn't tell them that it was like splitting them up. And we had them write something in English, like telephone stuff. And whoever kind of volunteered to read their answer out loud, we kind of put them on a list to come with me.
Okay.
So they didn't know what they were signing up for.
So the other half doesn't know that they're the non-chosen ones.
And